أهلا بكم في تلفزيون CardioAlex. And with us now, Dr. Peter Seferovic, Professor of Cardiology from Siberia and President-elect of Heart Failure Association of ESC. Hello, Doctor. How are you both?
So far, so good. I'm very happy to be in Alexandria. It is not my first time. I came years. That's the sixth time that I'm here.
Okay, we're always welcome here.
Yeah.
We heard about a new drug. What do you think about the new drug Entresto? We heard it's a very important drug.
Yeah, thank you very much for asking me that, because this is the drug which is going to change the life of thousands of the patients with heart failure. I see that the drug is approved for the use in Egypt, and we have 2 sessions dedicated to that drug. That is one of the major breakthroughs in the treatment of the patient with heart failure, which we were waiting for a long time. Almost 10 years we did not have a new powerful drugs which will prolong life and give the better quality of life to the patient of heart failure, with heart failure. And starting from 2015, we first were said, and then it was on the market, that the new type of drug, which has a completely new principle of activity, giving us the possibility to establish the new avenues of the treatment of the heart failure patient. What that really means: the drug is giving orally, and it's improving the symptoms of the patient, is improving the quality of life, the physical performance, as well as the longevity. So it decreases the possibility of death and increases the possibility of survival of this patient. I am very happy that I was one of the persons in European and global level which is involved in the development of that drug. And I may say that having introduced that drug in Egypt will tremendously improve the life of the patient with heart failure. That new drug is completely changing the way how the patient feels, and also it is giving the possibility for physician to give the drug at the different ways individually and adjust the type of the drugs to every particular patient. So Entresto is very important, and what we are looking for is to improving the outcome of the patient with heart failure in the years to come with this new drug.
Okay. What is the frequency of heart failure with preserved ejection fraction you encounter in your practice?
It is important to understand that we may say that the whole clinical cardiology is heart failure. What that means: most of the diseases in cardiology are finishing with the heart failure. And the entity you mentioned, heart failure with preserved ejection fraction, was introduced approximately a decade ago, giving us the possibility to understand that the heart as a muscle could not only be dilated like in typical cases of the heart failure, that's so-called heart failure with reduced ejection fraction. What we are talking about now is a heart of the normal size, very strong, but has inability to open up enough and to fill with blood, and therefore the output of the heart is diminished. Heart failure with preserved ejection fraction accounts for more than 50% of all heart failure patients. What is also important to know, these patients are having also the possibility for a reduced lifespan, meaning mortality, very similar as the patient with heart failure with reduced ejection fraction. However, what we need to understand, and that's why the Entresto is important, Entresto may be one of the therapeutical principles which will be excellent in treating this patient. However, there are some controversies which are still to be solved in the future, and I hope that we will be very successful in trying to get this controversy solved.
Okay. Do you think the indications of CRT will be expanded, given that the European guidelines mention a class I identification of a complex more than 130 ms in LBB morphology, while the American guidelines still states 150 ms as class I?
CRT is one of the major breakthrough in treatment of the heart failure. The new data are showing that this method of treatment can be beneficial in much more patients than we thought before. That's the reason that European guidelines are more liberal than American guidelines in implanting these devices. So the answer to your question is yes, I think that the indication will be expanded. On the other hand, that will put some more expenses on the sick funds and on the heart failure system. However, it will benefit the patient to live longer and better. However, what needs to be said is that the treatment of the heart failure is holistic. So we use different ways how to improve the function of the heart. We use the modification of the lifestyle. We use drugs, we use devices, but first of all, we use all means to find the etiology of this patient, and then we can treat the etiology and get to the essence of the disease.
Okay, and what do you think about CardioAlex 2017, and is it meeting your expectation?
Absolutely. I was always happy to come here. I have a lot of friends. Serbia, my country, and Egypt are friends forever. I got 4 invitations here during the last 6 years. I always had a great time with the friends. However, the scientific quality of the meeting this year is extremely high. I can see a lot of American and European experts coming here, giving the lecture, exchanging the experience, and tracing the new avenues for further cooperation.
Okay. And at the end, we would like you to say a word to the people that to come to Egypt, to come to visit Egypt, and that Egypt is safe.
Please come to Egypt. It's a great country. They are the warm-hearted, open-minded people, and you will have a great time. Don't worry about the safety. Everything is nice here.
Okay. Thanks a lot, doctor, and welcome.
You are more than welcome.
Nice one.
I hope that you enjoy and see you next year. Bye-bye.